Hey, I'm gonna come back and try to do YouTube videos, folks. So I'd like to say I'm sorry. I'd like to welcome all my several new subscribers over the past few months. Thank you for coming here, even though I haven't been making a damn video to speak of. And I know nobody's watching this because this is my way of making a video, so I don't have to edit one right now. But the other day, I've been working on this project for a while, or planning it anyway, and then the other day, I saw that DankRC made a video about his remote power rig, like his field power rig. And I thought maybe this isn't so off topic because I've been kind of filming this a little bit and talking and not making videos, not editing anything, but making some video captures of me unboxing some of these pieces here and whatnot. So yeah, I should get out of the picture there. Anyway, so I'm building something sort of like what DankRC, and you should watch his video. It'll be way better than anything I ever make, but I am going to make a low budget field charging and van camping power rig. And it's low budget because of the battery. This isn't basically almost about all right, it's $100 battery with the core charge. So $100 battery. That's way less than most batteries that you'd for a lithium ion or something like that, or whatever. And I've also got a bunch of cable that I scavenged from a UPS that was being disposed of at work. And so I bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon to make this field charging rig. And I bought a switch panel and this thing that has these little inserts for USB charging. Looks like that. And those go into these holes here. It's going to have a breaker box. I have all the things over here. It's going to have a breaker box like here somewhere. So basically I've got it all planned out on this crazy drawing here. And yeah, you might not understand a thing because my chicken's scratching and see my low video resolution, but hey, so basically here's how it's going to work, and this is what I'm going to build. It's going to go from here's the battery. Oh, it's going to have a solar power too, that's coming, but battery to fuse. This is a 100 amp fuse, probably too big for this, what I'm doing. Fuse to battery cutoff switch, and that'll be kind of like that. I think I'm gonna have it like, I think it goes like that, because I got it's gonna go this way. Then there's going to be holes that turn it around, and I can wire in the back behind this panel. And I've got so then it goes from there to the bus bars. So the positive goes first to fuse, then the battery cutoff switch. First this gigantic A&L fuse. It's going to go through there. And to make all these connections, by the way, I've got a bunch of different sizes of these things to fit the various different size lug nuts. This one's kind of small. The one on the battery's 5/16. These ones are gigantic on this bus bar inside of there. Okay, so I've got the connectors. I also got this crazy tool to crimp it with. You crimp it with a hammer. You put the piece in there. I've never done this before. I've wired up some solar systems, but somebody else did all the crimping and wire making, not me. So that's what that looks like. And you bang it with a hammer once you have the wire in there, of course. So we've got the crimping tool. We've got the fuse block. This also has a cover for it. So this also has negative connections on it. So it has a fuse block, looks like that. Positive goes in here, and then out to these fuses, and everywhere there's an open fuse, there'll be a red light. Then there's the negative bus bar, kind of, sort of like that, distribution bar. That'll be placed about here in the middle of this, so that most of the wiring is going to go through holes into the back. So let's see, what's going to come off of this? Well, for one thing that's going to come off of this is an XT60, a couple XT60 leads to plug in the chargers, like the ISDT 4-channel chargers. Then there'll be some, couple of these will go to this switch panel, which will turn on and off these. I think I'm going to have one switch for the 12 volt. I have a 12 volt one, which is a lighter socket, and then two of these USB ones that have 2 ports each. One is a quick charge 3.0 one, and this one is just a 2.1 amp per port. So a total of 4 USB charging ports, because 2 here. This one also has a voltmeter on it. So then what else do we have? The bus bars. So the bus bars, the way they work, of course, is they're just a clean way to connect all the cabling together, all the positives and all the negatives. And so you have the ring terminals that you crimp at the end of the wires and you put it on there. And so these will be behind here in the back. I'm going to lay it out kind of like in order. I'm going to start from the battery. I'm kind of thinking out loud as I do this. So I've kind of thought a lot out loud to draw this up, and I've watched tons of videos. Also from Amazon, I got this crimper. That is for these kind of terminals. Yeah, those terminals are for this. These take the spade ones, and I have some of those. I just can't find them yet. I didn't order new ones. Like I said, I got several different size of ring terminals. You're going to have a lot of these to make all the connections. So then I got a spool of hookup wire, and that's not going to be for the XT60s, but that's mainly going to be for other things like these lights and this stuff up here. And then the other thing that I have that's a big ticket item is the solar charge controller. I have an MPP, totally overkill because I'm making room for future expansion. MPPT charge controller, solar charge controller. It's a EP Ever Tracer 40 amp. So way overkill for what I'm going to have. And then the panels that I'm going to have, I'm going to start out with the, error. Please use keyframe frequency 4 seconds. Keyframes are not being sent enough. I've never heard of this before. Open widget. Stream status poor. Keyframes. Please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. What keyframe frequency do I have? Never heard of such a thing. Currently, keyframes are not being sent fast enough. Keyframe 8.3 seconds. Note that ingestion errors can cause incorrect group of picture sizes. Streaming keyframe frequency. STR. Keyframe frequency. Yeah. OBS. Oh, there's a thing. Recommended keyframe frequency. Live streaming. How do I fix that though? Encoder is set to something other than H.264. Output. Video bitrate. Encoder. Software X264. NVIC. Audio bitrate. Huh. I haven't messed with this. Will it change in the middle of the stream if I change it? No. I doubt it. Alright, well, I'm making a recording anyway, and I can cut this out. So sorry, people on the stream. If you can actually see this and care. Oh, one person is watching, supposedly. Okay, where was I? So, hookup wire to hook this stuff up to this terminal block and to hook some of these lights up. Wherever those went. Over here. That is such a bummer. I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay. Got these cheapo lights from Amazon. Also, they came in this package of 6, I think. They're not very bright. Anyway. So what I was thinking of doing was doing some of this so you could see so the first thing I'm going to do is have an Anderson Quick, what I'm calling the Anderson Quick Connect. So this is going to go from here to here, and I'm going to have one the same length in black for the negative. That's what all these things are for. And I'm going to crimp some of these wires and see how it works. So we're going to put some of this stuff away, back away. Quickly, sorry, I shouldn't have gotten it all out, but I wanted to explain. So and I should explain the wiring process from that diagram. I've basically got it memorized, I think, for the most part, but I can refer to it anyway. So there's going to be a solar charge controller. And the cool thing is that my minivan that I have, that's going to be my going to flying events vehicle and just going out flying vehicle, it's going to have this inside of it, is going to, what was I going to say? I have no idea. I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, oh yeah, it has a 12 volt lighter socket adapter in the back of it. So I'm going to also plug that into the solar charge controller so that when I'm driving, voltage will come out of the lighter socket into the solar charge controller, and assuming that I turn this on, I'm going to have it on a switch, of course. You turn the battery on first, then the system comes alive. You plug in the lighter socket into the car after it's running, and that acts like a constant 12 volt, like there's constant 12 volts coming off of a solar panel. That's what I think anyway. I'm hoping that's what is going to be the case. That would allow me to charge up this battery while I'm driving, and then use the solar panels when I'm like at Flight Fest or something, which someday I'd like to hopefully go to Flight Fest. I'm assuming there'll be Flight Fests in the future, post-pandemic. So there you go. So the solar charge controller is huge. I don't think it's going to even fit on the back here. This is just like a mock-up. I'm just kind of mocking things up so I can learn how to wire this stuff. And the layout is going to be the same. So the wiring length, whatever panel I end up actually using in my van, when I finish out the van, I'm going to lay it out with the same kind of workout that I worked out on this board here. So the solar charge controller comes off of the fuse, the bus bars. So the solar charge controller has an input from the solar panels, which will also be parallel input from that lighter socket I just talked about. Then there'll be the and they're all connected by these bus bars. So the solar charge controller output will go to this bus bar, positive and negative. So it goes from battery to fuse to cutoff switch to positive bus bar. Positive bus bar, and that'll be in the back. And then saying negative is just going to go from negative to the negative bus bar. On the negative, in the future, I'm going to put a shunt in for the battery monitor. That's another part that is maybe going to go here. So up here is going to go the thing from the solar charge controller, the control panel. There's like a separate control panel for that EP Ever. It's called an MT50 or something, I think. So the EP Ever solar charge controller has the little remote panel. That's going to go up here. And what else do we have? Oh, I'm going to get on Amazon, they're called Rock Pals foldable solar panels. I think those are going to work. I'm going to start out with just one because they're expensive. It's like 180 bucks for a 60 watt. It's like folds out into 4 panels, but it'll basically fold up and fit like right in the pocket in front of this battery that I'm going to make when I build the whole van thing out. So that's what we're going to do. And that's what we're doing here. So the first thing we're going to do, oh, and of course, yeah, from the bus bars, we'll go to the fuse box. Forgot about that. So that's how the fuse box is fed. Of course, everything is fed from these bus bars, basically. Once the battery leads get to the bus bars, then everything else connects to either the bus bars or the fuse block or the solar charge controller. And also for the solar charge controller, I have for the solar panels, I think I should have 2 of these, and I only have 1. But I didn't want to have a fuse, I wanted to have a switch. So that way I can turn on and off the solar panels. And this should always be off until you have the battery connected. Something I learned from, so how did I get started on this kick? I went on YouTube and I was YouTube searching for dual battery setups. I wanted to find out if I could charge a battery like this from my alternator while I was driving. That was it. And I got into this whole like van life thing. So it was like all these people are like living in their freaking vans and they have all these crazy setups. But then I started to learn about the 12 volt setups that they have for like powering their phone chargers and lights and stuff like that, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I could build this. And yeah, I used to install solar panels. I mean, not as a job, but like as helping somebody who did it as a kind of a weekend thing. And so I like remember how to do all this stuff. And I know how I learned the 12 volt things because of my going back into RC stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, I can do some of this. And Amazon, as much as I hate Amazon, you know, they do have everything. You can just go and you buy all this stuff. I mean, all this stuff I got on Amazon. All the ring terminals, all these things. Not the battery, that came from AutoZone. The bus bars, not this tool. But this tool, and this tool, and the lights, and the little things, and the... So anyway, so what I've decided is the first cuts are going to be from the battery. We're going to work our way from the battery. So, I just did away with all those cables, didn't I? So this is the cable that's going to be the left long one. Then we're going to have this cable here, okay. Or is it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Yes, okay. So I've marked the cable right there. That's where I'm going to cut it. And the reason I've marked it there is because, be careful, don't hit the terminals, but I'm going to put the ring terminal right there, and it's kind of go in a loop like this so that I can disconnect it right here with the Anderson connector. So here we go. We're going to do our first cut and crimp. So we're going to cut it. Then we're going to crimp, we're going to strip it like as much as we need for the ring terminal. So we're going on here. That's the kind of ring terminal we're going to use. So we're going to strip it back about that much. So I'm going to change my glasses. So we're going to strip it back about that much. What did I say? To about the, between the 105 and the C. Okay, right there. So we're just going to use this as a, this is too not sharp enough. This thing I used to cut my, I didn't buy this to cut copper cable, but that's what it's for. I use it to cut my control rods when I'm making airplanes. So we'll use a razor blade. We're going to have to get a stripper too, and of course they have those on Amazon, but I didn't buy any. I figured I could strip it without buying another tool. I said I was doing this on the cheap, and I've already bought two tools. I bought this tool, and I bought this ratcheting crimp tool for the spade and the fork terminals. Oh, we got to remember to put some heat shrink on here too. I want it to look nice. Okay. Let's see if we can get this off. Nope, there's a spot right there. Okay. There. Now it should come off. Yeah, a tool would have been worth it because it would have made easy work of this, I bet. Oh, there it comes. This is some good quality cable, I think. It came out of a very expensive but old UPS. Okay. This is pretty solid right here. So I think what I'm going to do, heat shrink, get some heat shrink. Get some heat shrink. We always have heat shrink in stock around here. How big a piece should I get? Will that go around there? Nope, next size up. This size. We'll go for about cut that in half. Okay. So we'll put this on. This is very fine copper strands, and I think that's better than the... we're going to need a hammer. Baby, there's going to be some banging, a couple bangs, okay?
Okay, will you close the door?
Yeah. Okay, there's going to be banging. I've warned the peoples upstairs, the peoples and the doggies. Okay, so these crimp terminals are sized for 8 gauge. So I kind of want it to be like that. So I want it to be like that, at that angle. So let's put this in here. Again, folks, I've never done this before. Heat shrink is on. Solid surface. I should do it this way. Okay. I'm going to do it. That should be held properly. In there all the way. Okay, here we go. Let's hope this works. I think I can let go now. Let's see how that did. That's what it does. I don't think it's going anywhere. What do you think? Okay, so now I'm going to go heat shrink this. We've made our first cable, folks. That's exciting. One of these days I'll have a camera in here. Let's do some heat shrinking here. Oh, shit. It slid down, but I got it in time. I thought it was going to shrink back. Come on, shrink. There you go. There you go. Okay. Move some of this stuff. Okay. Whoops. Kick the drill. I have another section of the workshop over there. Okay, so here's what happens. We take this. And that's going to go right like that. Yes. So then, this is my first quick connect. And the other end, the other red one that I have here, it's very long. Oh, it has a black at the other end. Crazy. No, what does it have? Yeah, it does. Oh, look at that. I could have used that one right there. Oh no, I'll use this one. Look at this. It's basically the same length. It's a little shorter, but I think I can just cut this one off and use this for the black side, for the negative side. Okay, so now on the positive side, the next step is to go to the fuse. And the way the fuse is going to go is right like that. From this. So this is going to come through here. And I want to be able to disconnect it in the car. So it's basically got to be like, forgive me, I got to stand in front of the camera. I wonder if this thing comes out. Yeah, it does. If I want to take that out, I can take it out. Okay, so I have it kind of like that. I'll be able to come in and go like that. Yep. There we go. Perfection. That'll allow me to take the battery out, because you know this thing isn't going to, and without having to, because right now I bring it into the garage and I charge it with one of my Turnigy chargers. All right, so let's make one for the negative. So we're going to cut this off with my cutter, which is here. Cut that off right there. Then measure, get another one of my lovely, I think it was 5/16. Is it that size? Yep, 5/16. Okay, so this is the terminal, ring terminal, and heat shrink is right here. Is that as long as that? Just about. Put the heat shrink on. We will mark our little, I think it's about that long. So, whoa, ouch. This is what happens when you have a rig set up like mine and you don't pay attention to what you're doing. Let's clean up our workspace a little bit before we break something. Don't want to break anything. Don't want that hammer to fall on my foot either. Definitely not. Definitely don't want that hammer to fall on my foot. Okay, let's fix this mic. Okay. Yeah, this thing, wireless. It's a good thing. I don't have a wireless. Well, it's wireless from here to the computer, but okay. Oops. That was a bad cut. I did it crooked. So we're going to slice it along there. And then we're going to keep get it off of here. Come on. The key is to get through the rubber or insulation without cutting the conductors. I keep thinking I'm close, but it's thick. Yeah, I probably should have got one of those strippers, huh? Oh, there it is. Come on. I'm not doing a very good job today of this. Okay, there we go. So once again, let's check this out. How are we going to want to do this? This one's a little shorter, but that's okay. It still gives me enough. Okay, so we're going to go this way with it. So this is going to go in here like so. This is going to go like that. Here we go. Let's put it right over the table leg. I wonder if I'm even, is this even on camera? I can't tell because I can't see that far with these glasses on. Do I have it? No, that is not on good enough. Okay. That's on good enough. I better make sure that one is on good enough too. Considering that these are my very first And also I'm going to go get the heat shrink gun so I don't have to go out here every time. So yeah, if you're into RC or you into making remote 12 volt off-grid power systems, you're gonna need a heat gun. And thankfully I've had this one, although it looks kind of brand new, I've had this like for a really long time. Okay, we're gonna put the heat shrink on there and we're going to do that. Oh, nice looking. It almost looks like somebody that knew what they were doing made this cable. So here we go. That's our negative battery connection. So basically this is just my, what I'm calling my quick connect Anderson. Of course I'm going to screw these down with some more force than that. And this one's going to be like this. So now we don't have to worry about these things hitting each other. Don't plug these two in. We'll blow this place up, but into each other, of course. So next I kind of got to put the fuse into place and drill some holes. And I'm not really prepared to do that on this live stream. So what should I do? How do I get to the chat? Oh, there's no chat. Oh, there is a chat right there. Yeah, that's supposed to pop out chat. That way I can put that in any window I want. Okay. Okay, so what's next is I'm going to take the battery off of here. Clean up the workspace. Always got to clean up the workspace, folks. This workspace does not look very clean at all. Let's get rid of all the trash first. I don't know what that rubber band's for. A lot of trash just for one little operation. Okay, this battery weighs a lot. So then what we're going to do is hi, over there. Let's get this camera on this space right like that. And then actually, that's okay. And then we'll move this one over here a little bit so we can zoom in. There, maybe like that. So what I'm thinking of doing is, now that we know that the battery, this is going to be the positive one. So it's basically going to come out like this and go through a hole. I should have measured that length first. Okay, so let's put, all right, let's not get it too whacked out here. Let's find our fuse block. That's right here. So the fuse block is next. And here is our little thing right here for our fuse block, so we know exactly how long to make our wire. So basically what I've done is put the little terminal, ring terminal, at the end of the fuse block there. And I'm thinking it's going to go in the middle. I'm going to use this to make it square, the side. So I'm thinking we had the battery connector. I don't need to hold that. Have the battery connector kind of like out there. So it's going to be kind of like this. Plus a little extra, so to go through this hole and around. So I was thinking of cutting it about right there. Right there. Let's mark our spot. We don't have a, oh, here. Cutting it right about there. That is about 1 foot long. So we've marked it. Again, let's double check. We're going to have this, let's put this on too, because this is going to go straight. It's going to be a little short wire. So this is going this way. It's going to be a little short wire. Which way is off? Okay. You could either make it that way or make it that way. I think we're going to make it that way. So that's going to be a little short wire. Okay. So let's make sure where our mark is, right there. That's going to go right like that and through that hole right there that doesn't exist yet to keep it. Okay, so this is where we're going to cut this one. So we can do that over on this camera here, maybe a little bit. Maybe not. I don't really have a good camera set up today. Sorry, folks. I'm not really prepared. But just think how much editing I'd have to do. That's why I haven't made a video. The last live stream I made, I think, said welcoming my 35th or something subscriber, and now I have a whopping total of 78, and I'm so glad I have that 78 people. I'm very happy to have people that are actually found my video interesting enough to click a subscribe button. I never even ask anybody to subscribe or click the like buttons or any of that. I don't have monetized videos because I don't even think you can when you don't have any subscribers. Can you? Yeah, I should put this down a little like that so you guys can see what I'm doing. Get this stripped, and then we're going to crimp another one. This is going to be fun. I'm going on a trip a week from tomorrow to Colorado, so I really kind of want to have this done for my road trip vehicle, which is a Honda Odyssey 2005. Okay, so now we're going to this terminal right here, this ring terminal, this size, which is a 5/16. It's also a 5/16, same as the battery. Okay, so again, looking at our device here. Oh my God, I can't see. Yeah. Looking at our device, our mounting block. This thing was going to kind of go about here. And so now the question is, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm just going to have to make the holes big enough. See, I was thinking, okay, I only have to make a hole that big in the wood. But really, I have to make a hole this big. not this big. That's a big difference. That's a big hole I have to put in there. But I want to be able to get this out, so we'll have to make a big hole. And we don't even have to make it right now. So we need some heat shrink. Heat shrink. Here's a piece of heat shrink. And we're going to just put this on here. It's going to go like that. Oh yeah. What did I say? Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll work. Oh, I flipped it around. So here we go again. Let's put the camera over here on the corner. You can see what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to have to tighten that up a little. And we'll put this on the corner. To my 2 viewers, I don't think I can point this. Ah, there. Okay, let's get this crazy tool. I don't understand why it isn't screwed down to something bigger, but okay, how did I have that again? This way. This way. Goes on this way. So like that. That's easy. So put that in there. Put that in there. The heat shrink is on there. You got to get all the conductors inside of this. And it helps if you can see. And since I'm blind as a bat, I have to change my glasses. Okay, here we go. I'll put this over the table leg. I'm going to do some hammering again. I'm not even going to... You really have to bang it. I think I got it though. Focus. Focus. No, it won't focus. There we go. That's what it looks like. Okay, so now let's heat shrink it. And we just push it all the way like that. Okay. Now that goes from there to there. Don't put the washers. That washer stays. This washer comes out. And that goes on there like that. Then the lock washer on top. Then you tighten down the bolt. So we have another cable done. Then we have to do a cable from this to this. And then so that cable, we're going to use cable that's already been cut, if I have some, which is right here. So we're going to put an end on this cable. That is the same as that, 5/16. So we're going to put a 5/16 ring terminal on. I have to change glasses to find the 5/16 ring terminals. Is that one? 5/16? I think it is. 5/16 ring terminal. Okay, so let's zoom back out. I should pay attention to what I'm doing, folks. I need a camera operator. So we need another piece of heat shrink. Well, sort of. We're going to need a piece of heat shrink, but I suppose we can wait till after. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to strip this one. Once again, we get to do the fun part here. And strip this. And I'm not really measuring, I'm just eyeing it. I haven't been too far off so far. Too far off. So someday, I hope me and at least somebody that I fly with, which is only two people I fly with, Andy and Kevin, I'm hoping that we will get to go to Flight Fest someday. And if I'm going to Flight Fest, I'm going in my new Honda Odyssey, not new for me, Honda Odyssey van. Okay, so now we're going to do it on this. We don't need to worry about any orientation or anything. We just need to do it. We'll put the heat shrink on after. So let's put this in here. I can do it this way this time. It does want to come out. Couple more wax. My desktop doesn't seem to be getting damaged that bad. I think that's good. Okay, so that's going to go to this side of the... Ew, oh my goodness, that is on there. I don't even think I have the proper tool over here to do that with. Okay, it's time for another... Let's clean up the work area. This goes in the trash. This goes over here. We got to figure out where we're going to drill some holes. What size holes we're going to drill. Because we have to drill a hole big enough to fit this through. Twice. Once on this side and once on this side, because basically the wire is just going to come right out. Let's put this and this in the very front. Let's put them over here. Okay. Let's put all of our stuff away that we're not messing with. All the ring terminals, all the things. We're going to have this. Heat shrink, cutter, marker, Oh, yeah, right. This is just going to be a short wire. We can do that now. We can do this whole thing. Okay, so let's lie this on its side. Here's how we're going to do this, folks. I don't think you're going to be able to see with that camera, so I'm going to turn it a little bit this way. Okay. A little bit closer here, maybe. Okay. So positive is over here. So again, this guy, 100 amp, is going to go this way up. And it's basically going to go. So now we need the power switch. The power switch is going, I want it to go this way. That's off, on. Okay, so this is the one. This is what this looks like underneath. These ring terminals don't come with this switch. Okay. So it's going to go like this. Turn that way for on. So this wire is only going to be like that long. Then the other one is going to come out and go into a hole right there and go back to the bus bar. So this giant long wire only needs to go from here to this nut, and that is about right there. That's where we're going to cut it off. This can't be that bad. We're just going to make an easy cut right there. And then we'll set this extra wire aside, and then once again, we must strip. We'll put that down there so you can see me strip. After I find the tool to strip with. So we're just going to strip it again. Let me change my glasses again. Oh my God, these are not the right ones. These are the right ones. Okay, we're going to go like this. Right on the money. I'm getting a little better at this stripping thing. Look at that. Okay. So now we're going to put this, okay, so this is going to go this way, but on this one, how is it going to go? Same way. Nope. It's going to go, oh, it's stuck. And I have to cut the side out of this too. It's got like a little cutout sort of. Oh, does that come out? Yep, comes right out. Look at that. Cool. So we can put this right on there. We're going to have to get our 2 pieces of heat shrink. Should it be flipped over like this? Let's turn this over this way. Oh my gosh. That won't come off either. That's torqued on there. There we go. Okay. Oh, the fuse is coming out. Yeah, I'm worried that I can't see. Okay, let's put that on. Put this back on. Okay, so that's going to sit like that. And then this is going to be like that. So it's going to go that way. This way. Okay, so opposite. Opposite of this one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our little stubby cable properly. Put this, all this stuff aside. We're going to make this 2 pieces of heat shrink. I have it right here. Just going to take this and cut it like so. I don't even know where I am. Like that. Okay. So we're going to put one on. All the way. Stick another one on. And we're going to stick this on. And it's going to go the opposite of that. So we're going to go like that. Then we're going to get our fancy schmancy tool, which is on the floor. And we're going to stick this in the tool. And we're going to stick this in here. And it's going to be exactly the opposite way. That should be good. Okay, folks, here we go for some loud banging again. Okay, let's make sure we're squared up because it still has some play. All right. That one could have been a little bit better, but it's good enough. This is not going to be a very, even though I've got the over the top. Oh, was I banging not in the right place? No, of course not. Oh, shit. Let's get that slide on there like that. That one turned out to be a little too short. There. That's how you do that, although I can't seem to get it on camera. Okay. So now workspace again. Hot. Now we're going to put this back up. Let's see if we can get this into view here. Oh my God, I wish I could see, folks. Wish I could see the screens and stuff. Okay. It's not because I can't see them. It's because I'm so freaking blind. My glasses that I can see from close up, I can't see far away. Okay. So now, this little guy is going to go like onto here first. We'll put this one like that. And then the lock washer. Yeah, let's do it in this camera. Like that. Goes like that. This is going to work out cool, you guys. That goes on there. Washer comes off. Fuse stays on. This goes on. Then the washer. Then the nut. Yeah, look at that. That'll get put down to there. We'll just bend the wire a little. Oh, that's going to be perfect, folks. I don't even know if you can see it or not, but that's going to be good. Okay, so the next wire is going to... So now comes the part where I basically have to bolt these two. No, not quite. Now I have to mark where this hole's going to be. So we're going to do this. Why am I trying to be so exact? I'm going to just make a mark right there. So there's going to be a hole. We're going to go this way a little, as far as we can. That way. So we're going to put a hole. Need something to mark with. All my marking utensils are gone. Pencils. Where's my pencils? Pencils. Here's a pencil. So we're basically going to make a hole centered about, and it's got to be, where's those 5/16? 1/4, 5/16. It's got to be that big, the hole. So we're going to make a hole that's about right. We should probably put it like right about there. So it kind of lines up with where that nut is. So, and this is going to go right like that. Let's get this lined up. Well, we'll do that when we screw it down. Okay, so now what we need is some drilling power. I'll put the camera back here. Okay, so now I've got to get the stuff for drilling. Think I'd have all that ready? No, of course not. Come on, people. What do you think I'm running here? Some kind of operation that makes sense? No. The next step is getting to the bus bars. So basically we need to wire holes, put holes in for the wires. Wires big enough for these things. So let's find a drill bit. I'm going to go find a drill bit. Please stand by. Well, I can still talk to you. You just can't see me. I'm over here in the other part of my workshop. In my awesome house that isn't mine, really. But drill bits. See, this is why I didn't want to do it this way. I think I'm going to have to use a spade bit because my biggest drill bits aren't even big enough. So everywhere I want one of those holes, I got to use a spade bit. And so that means that I have to drill it outside in the garage. So we're basically going to put the hole about right there. Same with here. Let's mark that end of that. Okay. So that's where I'm going to need a hole. Now where else am I going to need a hole? I'm going to need a hole where I put these things. So yes, we're going to put that about right. Should I have this lower? That way if I have the charge, no, I should have it higher because I might get a bigger one eventually. So I should put it right in the middle. We need room on each side for the wires to go. So we'll put a hole also centered with this center here. So we'll also put a hole right there. And a hole right there. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. We're going to need another hole when we get the charge controller thing, which is already here, but I can't have it till my birthday. Sad times for me. Okay, so here's what I got to do, folks. I'm going to take the microphone with me and go out and drill these holes into this thing. What do you think about that plan? So, if you want to keep watching, you can keep watching. I am going to take this one off at least. I'm going to take these things off too. Okay, let's do that. So we don't take the electrical hardware with us to the garage. So let's put this with that. That is this. Then we're going to take these things out with our screwdriver. I might not use this plate because I could put these things in without this plate. These are just drywall screws. Or these might have been the screws that came with it. Oh, these are the screws that came with it. Restore chat. Chat is broken. So my whole stream seems to be like screwed up. Like I've been at this for an hour and 5 minutes. Oh my God, what time is it? It's 11 something. Happy days, folks. It's 11 p.m. Is it 11:11? Make a wish if it's 11. Oh, it's past 11:11. Okay, and take this off. This didn't really have to come off. I kind of wanted to see about, I might fill those holes, and these things I might use different, not drywall screws, but okay. There, you can see what I've cut out of there to put those two things in. That's what I've cut out. So this top bar is for this switch piece. Watch out, heat gun. So the switch piece goes in like that. And then these things really don't need that plate. Once I get this painted and sanded and everything, I could easily go like that. That might look better. I think I'm just going to do that and not do the plate. No one will know after I fill it and paint it. Okay, so I'm going to go drill those 4 holes out. Then we'll start working on the back side where we need to have room for the charge controller and have the bus bars and everything back there. Maybe she'll let me have the charge controller for like an hour so that I can measure things out. Okay, we're going to take this upstairs to the garage, and I think this UHF signal should still reach. Well, we'll see when I watch the live stream in 20 years. Some shoes on. Raining again. Okay. Lights. So now we gotta find a spade bit that fits. Oh, here's our spade bits right here. Sorry everybody that you can't see. So I guess we're gonna do 1/2. I don't have a 5/16. Hi.
Close the gate.
I didn't? I'm sorry. I forgot to close the gate. I'm in trouble. If I ever make a mistake, I'm in trouble. Okay. And I make mistakes like every 20 seconds. So, but I'm really not ever in trouble, so that's not true at all. But I usually never forget to close the gate. We have sorry, microphone. Just got a bunch of sawdust all over it. We have a dog that escapes. So, well, escaped once. So ever since then we have to have a gate, and that makes sense because we can't let it go out, because that was not cool when we had to go fetch that dog. Oh my god, this mic cable. Okay. I'm trying to get my act together here. We're going to put a different drill bit on this drill, and we're going to drill a few holes, and then we'll be back down in front of the camera. Put that there. I hope 1/2 inch is big enough. It may not be. doesn't look to be quite big enough. Okay, here we go. Hole number 1. That's it. Lots of sawdust. Before we do that, let's sand all these off. Oh, I have one in my pocket. Does it fit? Oh, it doesn't fit. Shit. What's the next size up? 5/8. Oh man, this is not easy to make a hole in something that's already got a hole. Damn it. I may have screwed up this whole piece of wood. Because this isn't going to work. And we'll try it. God, why didn't I test that out first? All right, folks, we can't do this really. We'll see. I made one hole work, but we lost our lights. Hold on. Okay, let's see if it fits through that hole. Yes. Okay, here we go. One more. Oh, and I forgot one over here somewhere, I think. A bunch of files. Where did those go? I've got my tools here, but I don't have my tool drawers. So they're in these boxes. Oh, here they are. Boxes all over the place. Here's a round file. Perfect. That is a terrible mess. Nope, that's not going to work. Sanding block. hey, that'll work. Okay, coming back. Try to get all the sawdust off of here. Okay. Lights. Lights. Lights.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Oh, baby, that's looking pretty fancy. Holy crap. What's this part?
The battery.
Oh, okay. You're a handyman.
Handyman. All right. Here we go, folks. All two folks watching. I gotta take my mic off for a sec and take this off because whew, I worked up a sweat. Okay. Now we can test this out. So this cable go through this hole. Like so. I'm going to have to undo this in just a second, but see, these things don't exactly twist. So, but it does work. So this goes to the battery disconnect. Here, there you go. This will go here. Then the other one coming out of there is going to go from there. And that's when we start, we're going to screw this down, at least temporarily. I wonder if an M3 will fit through there. Oops. Okay. Restart chat. Chat has failed. Oh, restore chat. Chat has not failed. I can't read. Okay. So the question is does an M3 fit through there? Let's find some M3s. M3s. So if we have an M3 by whatever this is, it's still not long enough. Does it fit through there though? Yes, it does. Does it fit through there? I think it might. So instead of screwing these with drywall screws, I think we should screw them with M3 bolts. So that means we're going to mark exactly where we want the holes and drill them. we have a drill and a plug for the drill. Drill bits. Oh, my drill bits are all gone. They're all in a land far, far away. So we gotta find a 3mm drill bit. 3mm drill bit. Here. Let's get one of these cheap Chinesium ones. We'll get a brand new one. So what we'll do first is we'll drill one hole, we'll bolt it in, then we'll level it out with the side. That's how we're going to do this. Don't fall. And we're going to drill that hole right there because that's where we wanted that. Yep. I don't know if you guys can see or not. I hope you can. We're going to drill this hole right here. Okay, let's get a vacuum. Vacuum in over. No, plugs there are used up. Okay. Let's see if we can put one of these bolts through there. Two of these. Oh. So what we're going to do, now find some nuts. There's some. Nope, 2mm. Okay, now we're going to square this up. I want it to look halfway decent, right? Right like that. That's where it's gonna go. Does that look square? It kind of doesn't look square to the bottom. Close enough. This is a mock-up. This isn't the final thing. Wait, it looks like it moved. I don't want to find out how out of square this just went. Well, according to that, it's square. It's just not square at the bottom. Okay, so the next thing is this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pick that up, and then we're going to kind of like that. And then again, we're going to probably just put one down. Scoot it this way just a little bit. Okay, these are going to take bigger holes. I think we got to use an M4 with this one. And the M4s came with this. This is the box that this came in. Oh, there they go. Let's see. I don't even think these are long enough. We'll see in just a moment. Okay, it should work. Barely. Okay, so now what we're going to do is mark all the holes. Make sure that it's still where we wanted it. And then we're going to make sure that this thing still fits on here. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we're going to find a drill bit that's for 4mm. And I don't have a 4mm specifically. A drill index that's missing more than half of its bits. Okay, where's that 4mm screw? .11/64. Going to be close. We should go to the next size up. Just 3/16. Okay, so we're going to drill some 3/16 inch holes. Should check. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I think Ah! Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Okay. Now we are going to do this. We're going to put the wire that I cut. It goes into that hole. Where's that? Take off the glasses. Put on these glasses. I thought I made one that was ready. Not this one. I guess I haven't made one yet, have I? I thought I did. Okay. So this one is the one that goes to. So we can connect this one up now. Oh. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Can't believe that's square with that. What it is a square with that. Seems to be. Okay. Looks crooked. Now let's get these. Do these fit through there? Maybe I should drill these holes a little better. Oh my gosh. That is stuck in there. Okay, we're going to drill out these holes a little bit more. That works a little bit better. Okay. That will work. Where's one of those nuts, bolts? And am I good at losing stuff? I am good at losing things. That's the thing about doing a live stream for 3 hours is you're going to find yourself fucking up many times. Okay, there it is. This is cool, folks. Okay, so this we have planned it out right, because that it's going to go on there. That's going to go in there. The only problem we're going to have is that bolt is not long enough. So I think we're going to have to countersink on the inside to get the nuts in. But look at that. That looks pretty cool, huh? Let's get it on the big screen. We can also is it that one? No. I just don't have one for this. That, no. That, no. That, no. That, no. That, no. That, no. Oh, there we go. And then 12 to switch. So, there, that's what that looks like right now. That'll be the cutoff. So the positive will go here. We'll mock it up a little bit. The battery goes in here. Ooh, look at how look at how close that is. That's a problem we didn't conceive of. That is too close to the terminal. This is going to have to go up a couple inches. So even though that's going to go up a couple inches, are we going to lose anything? No, we still have plenty of... Here, we're going to plug this in and see what happens. Look at that. There's our quick connect. It works. There we go. If we move that up a couple inches, we'll still have a couple inches of slack. Works out perfectly. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to move this up a couple inches. Made this too short. Battery too tall. Oh my God, this is so heavy. I can't move it. Okay. Yeah. It does come out without messing up the power switch, but that's what we have so far there, folks. And I think now we're going to do one more cable. I think we were getting ready to do it. No. Okay, so now we're going to do the cable, the other part of the power switch. So what we're going to do now is take this back apart. And get this out of here. And put this back on. Uh-oh. Okay. That's going to go through there. Let's just stick this in here to hold it on. There. Okay. That's our big kahuna, right? I already lost track. Is that the one? Yes, it is. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take the end of this cable and do another crimping job. Because my family loves to hear me blast away at this. So we're going to do this. Do our stripping. Stripping and crimping. Then we're going to end the stream. And I'd like to thank everybody, the crazy people who like to be bored with this kind of thing. Nobody's put in a chat though. Oh, I can't even see the chat. I better change those windows. I somehow screwed up the windows over there on their computer. Kind of made like 10 different paths here. There we go. Okay, we don't have to worry about which way this is. All we have to do is blast it. So we're going to go right like on the corner there. So you can see what I'm doing. We're going to put this way. Like so, and let's get it all the way in. Then we're going to get our hammer. Heat shrink. Hammer. Table leg. Okay. Alrighty. Now we are ready to put this on and try to bolt those things on. Okay, bolt the switch on. So here, we're going to bring this back. How we doing there with the camera? Okay. Okay, so now let's put this out one more time. This guy comes through this hole. This way. Where's this? It's going to go this way. It's going to come through this hole this way. go on here. And take the washer off. And we're going to put it on like that. Of course, I'm going to have to tighten all these down, but voila. So now that we have this kind of arranged the way we want it, we're going to put this screw through this hole now. Okay. Now we can look at the back side. And we can take one of these nuts. These are M4 lock nuts. And put that on there. Okay. So now we got to think about the positive bus bar and the negative bus bar. So the battery's going to be here. Negative terminal on this side. Positive terminal on this side. So now, the positive, this is the positive wire. And I'm thinking that this bus bar, I'm hoping that the charge controller can fit over there. Right over here. But it might be too big. So it might have to go on another piece out here. We'll see. So I'm thinking the bus bar should go something like that. And then the negative bus bar, the negative battery, the negative bus bar should probably be like here. And then the charge controller could be right up there. What do you think of that? So what I'd like to do is find some short little screws that are going to hold this on without going through. Short little wood screws is what I'm going to need. All right. I think with that, it's getting late. But you can see we've made some progress. Where's my 12 button? There we go. So, we've definitely made some progress. I'm going to stick the battery back on here. I'm going to see how hard it is to get the battery on without hitting the stupid stuff at the bottom. Oh, I've got it on backwards. That's why. Now I do have some a battery hold down strap too. I just can't find it right now. Okay, so that'll come out there. That's turned off. So there should be no power going to that if I plug this in. That'll plug in like this. Here, let's switch this so you can see. This is how it looks. You get in front here. I'll reach down. This will be down in the little footwell of the back of the van. There'll be one here. You can just shove it like that. Shove this one like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. So we have to move this up a couple inches. Probably 3 inches. 2.5 inches. Which means I think I'm going to have to cut new pieces of wood for this. Make it 3 inches taller. 3 inches taller up here. Switch it back. All right, folks. I am going to end the stream. I really appreciate you guys watching. Hi there. And here, I'll turn on the webcam. That's plus. There we go. Switch scenes. Oh, wrong button. I must be, where is the mouse? Oh my God, I'm such a terrible live streamer. Okay, so there we go. Hi. Bye. We're going to say goodbye. Caret browsing on and off. I don't want caret browsing. I didn't press F7. Okay, thanks, folks. I'm trying to find the stream window. Can't find it. Oh, shoot. YouTube. Am I even streaming still? Oh my God, I cannot find the streaming window. It's gone. How could that be? There it is. There it is. No, that's not it. Shit. Oh my God. That's so crazy. I have too many tabs open. YouTube. I'm doing a tab search. YouTube. How about YouTube Creator Studio? Oh my God, I have lost the frickin' window. How is that possible? How is that frickin' possible? I don't even know if I'm still streaming. What the fuck? YouTube. How many YouTube windows do I have open? Video editor, live streaming. Live streaming, is it that one? No. Son of a bitch. You fucking piece of shit. TZ. Okay, what's it? This one? No! What the fuck? Oh my God. How did this happen? Oh my God. Okay, this one. Hello. End stream. Oh my God. Where are we? Hello? Is anybody out there? Okay, back. Everybody's gone because I couldn't end the stream. Bye, everybody. I'm ending the stream now for real. You fucking piece of shit computer. End clip. There we go. Once that's done, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for watching.